Podcast. I'm here with my flying monkeys here, Ben, Will, and Dylan. Introduce yourselves.
I don't know where I am. Someone help. My name's Ben.
I have food in my mouth. My name's Will.
I'm Dylan.
And so today we're going to be looking at news stories and making fun of people, like any reputable news source does. Okay, so our first news story for today is about the Trump Tower climber. You guys hear about him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is great. I love this news story. It's fantastic.
I've only heard about it. I don't know anything about it.
Let's go back to our breaking news now. A man trying to climb the Trump Tower building on East 56th Street. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan is live there on the scene, but he's got a tight shot right now of the man trying to climb the building. Jim?
Okay, any first comments?
Somebody sat down, got all this equipment, and the whole time thought this was a good idea. That is all I have to say.
I mean, this is just beautiful. You can't make this stuff up.
I have a really important comment. He looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's even got, the green shirt.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Zoinks, I'm gonna go up and kill Trump.
I just have to respect this man, honestly.
Yeah, Liz, this is him. He is about, 6 floors up. You can't really tell. He's about 6 floors up, has not made a great deal of progress. And you can see right there, he's trying to apply a suction cup so that he can keep going up in the building. One of the problems he's having is that every step of the way, he's got to clean the building. He's got to clean the glass to make sure he has a good grip on the building. Justin, if you'll just pan over to the right, you'll see that the fire department there is waiting for him, and he isn't going to get very far at all. But I guess if you're looking for attention, climbing Trump Tower during this presidential campaign is a pretty good way of getting it.
Yeah, I mean, I just love this. He's climbing up Trump Tower. He has to clean the windows as he goes up. He doesn't look like he's got a gun on him, so I don't think he intends on killing Trump. The fire department's just sitting there, I mean, this is just great.
He's doing something good, honestly. Well, for Trump, so he should probably stop. He's cleaning his windows.
His progress is extremely slow. Now, just to give you an idea, we're on 56th Street. They have had to close traffic on 5th Avenue at this time of day. Also, 56th Street is also closed down to traffic. So enormous traffic problems this guy is causing as he tries to scale Trump Tower. You can see the suction cup right there. That's how he is scaling the building. That's how he's trying to go up and has made a little bit of progress.
I love how they have to explain this to stupid old people. How's he getting up there? Magic? What's he just kaboobling his way up there or something? And why did they have to shut down traffic? If the dipshit falls to his death, let him get trampled by the traffic. He made his choice a long time ago.
It's pretty stupid.
I mean,
I like how they just keep exaggerating the amount of little progress he's actually made.
I mean, how long have you been looking at him? A minute 21, and he hasn't moved at all. He's still on the same window pane.
Yeah, he isn't making progress at all.
But again, he didn't start very high, and he's not going to get very far because the fire department is waiting for him just another floor or so up. We're going to keep an eye on this guy, see how police and fire department get him off of the building. But that's him right now, live at this hour of the day, closing traffic. Not a lot of people are going to be real happy with this stunt.
Wouldn't it be possible for the man to start up higher, or is that part closed off to the public?
I'm gonna bet he has to start at the ground floor, because I don't think they'd let him inside Trump Tower with a bunch of suction cups.
Fair enough.
I mean, this is just sad, fucking Spider-Man's trying to climb Trump Tower.
This is what we call low budget Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much. For whatever reason, the fire department's just sitting up there waiting for the dipshit to get close, and they'll just bloop, grab him.
Take him right off.
Reporting live from the east side, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Hey, Jim, Dave Navarro. I just want to follow up real quick. Have you gotten any indication, has anyone got any indication what he's trying to do there? If this is a protest, if he has some publicity stunt agenda going on here, anything, any clues?
Yeah, if it's a protest, he has not made it clear what he is protesting.
Do we
you
think that he's trying
you don't
to
want to
get
speculate.
attention
It seems like he's
climbing up
trying to
Trump
scale the
Tower?
building. We know
What
that
the
for
fuck
sure.
do you think?
Whether he's trying to do it for
be
publicity or
inconspicuous.
some protest of something, that has not yet become evident. You can see, though, that's what he's doing right now is he's raising the suction cup, trying to go up. We've been here for about 15 minutes, and he has not even made it one floor.
Oh, that's just sad, dude.
Wow.
Like, how long do you think it took him to get, like, to the fucking 6th floor? Like, I mean, did he even, like, start at ground level?
Yeah, they said he did.
Oh, my God. I mean...
They said he started low.
You poor thing.
Either way, though, that would have
Yeah.
still taken a long time. 15 minutes, and he hasn't even made it one floor up.
So his progress is extremely slow. A couple of minutes ago, you could see him. Resting his arms, already getting tired. It's an extremely tall building. He's got an awful long way to go, and again, the fire department is waiting for him there.
It's kind of scary to watch. Really, it is. But thank you, Jim.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
got a rig. He's got a rigged system there, so so long as the suction cup holds, he believes he's safe. But again, having to clear the windows, having to clean the glass, just to make sure he's got a firm grip on the side of the building.
And I just want to follow up in terms of the emergency service response. Are they worried that it could turn?
You know, let's think about that. What other way could we climb Trump Tower? Other than suction cups.
Well, there is like a military thing, like a grapple hook you can use to, I don't know, get 2 of those. Just grapple hook your way up with suction cups.
What if, hear me out, you have the suction cups on your hands and feet, and you just climb right up?
That's what I was thinking when I
Genius.
first saw it. 'Cause
Perfect.
He has fucking 4 of them. And he has like 2 in each hand and then 2 attached to his chest.
In case
Why
he
would
drops
you
one?
do this?
In case he drops one?
I mean, all right. Here's what I think. Just dress up like a fat businessman, hobble your way on over to the elevator, and take it all the way up to Trump's penthouse.
It's definitely not like they have security to check that.
Yeah.
How about he just kills one of the people in there, takes their ID badge, and then goes in?
Oh yeah, just Matrix his way in.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure fucking Shaggy over here
Yeah, Shaggy is a.
can kick his way through like fucking Jason Bourne.
The hotel.
He's a trained assassin, Shaggy.
Yeah, ex-CIA agent.
What do you think he's having the PTSD from? What was he gonna do after the mystery gang?
The Scooby Snacks man.
He needed to pay for them.
I never get the Scooby Snacks.
Violent? That are they? Considering this is a building of a presidential candidate, or is Secret Service involved? Is there, what kind of a police response are you seeing?
Well, Dave, they've got to take every possible precaution. You see he's wearing a backpack up there. Nobody knows what's in that backpack. He is wearing a backpack, though. And so emergency services has had to respond, taking every possibility into account. No matter what his agenda is, clearly he is a menace up there. Clearly he's a problem. Now, if
He's a menace.
Dennis
Climbing up
the
Trump
Menace.
Tower. Just like that fucker who
His-
tightrope walked across the Twin Towers.
His actual true goal was to shut down traffic. That's all this was for, because his girlfriend is cheating on him, and she was trying to drive to the hotel where the boyfriend, the cheater, and her were supposed to meet at, and he just wanted to stop her.
Couldn't you have just jumped in from a car?
Yeah, he probably could have.
Velma is the reason for all of this.
Yeah, little did they know that his plot was actually part of a larger heist. You see, there's a convoy of armored cars going through there right now, and he's stopped up traffic so that the real heist crew can, come over and take all the money. No, he's just a fucking crazy wacko who wants to climb up Trump Tower, I don't know, to kill Trump. This is just sad, because I remember, because I'm.
Oh my god.
In other news, Ben is a retard. So I mean, this is just a sad news story, you know, all in all, because I remember reading somewhere Trump wasn't even in the building at the time. What is wrong with this guy? Like, Trump is off campaigning. You know, he's got a fucking presidential candidacy to run for. I mean, you think he's just chilling in his penthouse? You know, what's wrong with you?
If he falls, it's not a problem. Yeah, that could absolutely happen. And it's probably not a problem for public safety unless there's something in that backpack. But we don't know that. We have no idea what's in the backpack.
Exactly.
And it could be absolutely nothing. Could be supplies. Could be food.
Right.
We don't know what's in the backpack. So.
Yeah, he's bringing a frickin' jumbo size, you know, pack of Oreos up to the top of Trump Tower. He's actually a homeless guy. He's gonna live up there now.
It's gonna take him an entire 4 years to get up to the top, but once he does, he's taking a nice picnic. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, his plan, he's gonna break into the penthouse at the top where Trump lives and just, you know, reside there for a while until Trump comes back. Maybe that's his plan. He knows Trump isn't there. He's just gonna live there.
But obviously, you know, New York City Police Department, the fire department, they have to take every
Mr. Anderson when Trump enters the room.
possibility into account.
All right, Jim, we're going to let you go. Get back to reporting from the scene there. We'll continue to follow this story as it progresses throughout the shows. We'll check back with you a little bit later. Thanks again, Jim.
Okay. Well, in other news, people are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I like the ad, the American Pride ad on the bottom there.
Yeah. The viewers can't see it, but it's there. Donald Trump, American Pride.
What does it say?
Add your name.
Oh, add your name.
Yeah, so Trump, voters smart, even while being misled by biased media. Yeah, I think that's the last thing, the last term I'd use to describe Trump's voters.
We're talking about.
I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you that news I had earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's no spoilers to this, but in Suicide Squad, people are complaining about how sexist it is that Harley is obsessed over Joker. Like, that she's supposed to be this awesome, like, badass, basically, and then she just becomes super obsessive when Joker enters.
I'm not an expert on Batman, but wasn't that kind of like the point of the character?
He made her go insane and then basically made her obsessive over him. He did that.
Yeah,
and
that-
it's an abusive relationship.
Yeah, isn't that like part of what the Joker does? Isn't that just part of Harley Quinn's character? But, you know...
Yep. Even the actor who was playing Harley Quinn was complaining about that.
Yeah, well, people are fucking stupid.
I always thought Harley Quinn was just a hooker who stayed with Joker after the night was done.
All right, so if I pay you $50 extra, will you dress up as a clown? Depends what kind of clown, you know, like circus clown or like county fair clown.
Coal mining, and we're talking about the miners being put out of business and totally put out of business. And as you saw, Hillary wants to put them out of business, wants to put the mines out of business, wants to put a lot of things out of business, and we're not going to let it happen. So we have a lot of mining equipment behind us and around us, and we have a lot of equipment that's...
He has to just elaborate on every single thing he says. He's like, yeah, so the miners are going out of business. A lot of miners are going out of business. You know, some mines are going out of business. Like, you already said it fucking once. You've made your point. Move on to the next one.
So my
Okay,
grandfather
well,
does.
you know, Hillary's trying to put the miners out of business. Hillary's trying to put a lot of people out of business. Like, stop. Focus on one point and go.
It's not being used because the mines are in very bad shape.
I know the criticism of Secretary Clinton about mining, it erupted, I think, in March, but back in November she did put forward an energy program that I think, I think perhaps more people might have thought it was not so anti-miner. She did have a program. I'm curious for you, do you have any sort of concerns about the environmental impact of mining, and do you have any concerns about the danger to the miners who work down below in these mining?
Okay, before we go on, I haven't watched this, so we're all gonna vote. What does Trump say next? Does he say, "No, it's bullshit. The mines don't pose no environmental threats. I don't care about them damn miners"? Or which route does he go? What's your?
He's gonna
your vote
try and say that he cares, but doing a super stupid rambling Trump way, and so it's not gonna sound good at all. With lots of hand motions.
What's your vote then?
Fuck. I think he's gonna try to side with like the working people down in the mines, but he also doesn't want to say, oh yeah, the mines fucking suck, because then that would ruin his whole point. So he'd probably just ramble on that one point that's not answering the question. That's my guess.
He's gonna trump it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably gonna evade the question and then just try to bash Hillary, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
What's going on?
I almost kind of feel bad because this is
What do you? I hate you. I'm sorry.
This is like a double-edged sword for Trump, because I mean, if he goes, no, fuck them, fuck the mines, he's got a yes or no question. The yes meaning the mines do pose an environmental impact, but he does care about the safety of the workers. But if he says, no, he says that there is no environmental impact, but he doesn't give a shit about the safety of the workers. So either way, he's gonna piss off the Republicans.
Or just everybody, like he usually does.
Yeah. All right, well, let's find out what the great wise Trump says next.
In his mind.
Can we just have some sort of program on a computer that's called the Great Wise Trump? And it's just a floating Trump head surrounded by smoke, and you just ask him a question and he answers like the Magic 8 Ball.
I think that's pretty much the basis of his campaign.
Well, the miners want to work, and they want to do it. That's what they love. In fact, I've asked them, in West Virginia, where we had such a tremendous turnout and tremendous returns, I spoke with the miners. That's what they love to do. And the safety now is really, they've really brought it to a new level. So it's really wonderful from that standpoint. But that's what they want to do. They want to be miners. And Clinton said not so long.
Christ, Trump, really? Yes or no? And you go on for 5 minutes,
That's right.
Tell you what, man, the miners, I talked with the miners, and back in Arkansas, I had a dog named Sparky, and he liked miners a lot, and they have funny hats, and blah, 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 blah.
Those funny hats are just
the fucking point, Trump. I mean, he's just the miners, they want to work. They want to do what they want to do.
Does Trump know what the definition of an answer is? Because I don't think he does.
I don't think any politician knows the definition of an answer because, honestly, if we're being honest, if Hillary Clinton's asked the same question or something like that, she'll go 9/11 was bad.
Or I should say that we need a Pokemon Go to the polls.
Well, I think those miners, fuck them. I think, the mines, they're a big environmental threat. I just think, I like cats.
I still can't believe that Donald Trump, ex-Hillary porn is such a big thing right now.
You know what I can't believe?
What?
I can't believe Donald Trump is in the news right now.
You know what I can't believe? That he's running for president and he's still in it right now.
And I can't believe that he's running neck and neck with Hillary Clinton.
Where do I find that Hillary x Trump porn?
Yeah, send a link.
Okay,
just look it up. Just wait till when the new president's supposed to be decided and Obama just comes out just kidding, guys. That was just a prank. Here's the actual candidates.
Yeah. At the end of his term, Obama's like, okay, I've decided we're gonna take a vote. either we get Trump or Hillary or whoever's going to win the elections, or you just keep me for another term.
Can we do that?
Trump,
Yeah,
Hillary, or me, dictator for life.
Yeah, you know how like all the crazy like right-wing Christians are like, Obama, he's going to declare himself, president of America forever, dictator Obama.
I think that'd be good.
And we're nearing the end of the year, and I've realized what his plan is. You see, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they just paid shills, Obama, he's paying them off to make them little presidential bid, and then see what Obama gonna do.
It's a goddamn conspiracy.
Exactly. Tell you what, we get in his presidency, I tell you what, the people be begging for him to be a dictator. Obama, tell you what, that's what he gonna do. That's his plan. Makes all so much sense right now.
Hey Cameron, is your refrigerator running? Because if so, I might vote for it.
Good choice.
Long ago, as you know, a few months ago, she wants to put the miners
He did bash Hillary.
and she wants to put the mines out of
I
business.
told you to bash Hillary.
And it's ridiculous. Then she
Always
tried to
bashes
retract
Hillary.
it,
Yeah,
but it
but
was a
you
little
said
bit
that I
late.
didn't know what it was.
And if you remember, she was sitting around a table with a beautiful mining family, a man who's a miner. And
What is that?
Man, I just feel like Donald Trump, like his mind is like constantly clouded by like 1,000 different thoughts at the same time, and whatever comes out is just like, it's just like a tornado of his thoughts just spilling all out, because he's like, yeah, I hate Hillary, and the once was a man from Texas, he's missing his left pinky, and blah, blah, blah. Like,
she was not very successful.
You know how this actually happened to me once. I was on YouTube on a tutorial on how to build something, I can't remember what, and I ended up on a video of how to properly frost a kitten, like with icing. I feel it's a story for another time. I feel like that's how his brain works. You start on one subject, and in some magical way you end all the way over here.
yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good analogy, Trump's brain is just like YouTube, You start off pretty sane, you're like, how do I fix, my computer keeps shutting down? I'll just watch this tutorial. And then like 3 hours later, you're watching like,
Sex documentary.
yeah, Hitler Bop 3D.
Thomas the Tank Engine explains the Bible.
You just have one moment of clarity, where you just look at it all and you're like, how did I get here?
Successful, and she certainly was not very successful in West Virginia, that I can tell you. No, she is looking to put them out of business. There's no question about it.
Well, I know the miners are very unhappy with it, but just on a sort of broader perspective, in a Trump presidency, would you be focusing on other alternative forms of energy as well?
Okay, all right. Before we go on, we're gonna do kind of like the same thing, but I think that what we're gonna do right now is make your own Trump answer. So
what was the question?
She's
Are you gonna
asking.
work on other forms of energy?
Yeah, she's asking like, so
What is the Trump campaign gonna do about other forms of energy in relation, the miners and blah 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 blah?
all right.
What do you think?
I think Trump's gonna be like, oh, well, the miners, if they want to work, they're creating a lot of jobs and a steady economy for the country, and Hillary's trying to take that away. And in my campaign, and I love miners. I met one from Tennessee, and he had a cat and drove a big truck. I like big trucks, by the way. Yeah, that's my answer.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I think Cameron's was pretty spot on. I don't think I really have anything else to add. But besides the fact that he's not going to even mention the subject, most likely.
My theory is that I'm a great businessman, and I found online actually a new source of energy. All we gotta do is take a bunch of grapes, cut in half, and I heard you put in a microwave. That's like full power plant right there.
Did you know if you put your iPhone in the microwave and microwave it, you have an unlimited amount of power on your iPhone? Don't try that.
Yeah. You know what I want to see in like the Trump presidency? You know, when he eventually becomes, ruler of America, it's just an eventuality.
I don't want to see that.
What I want to see in that campaign is, in 1 or 2 years, and then he's like, okay, so I've been talking with my engineers. We're trying to figure out, a good way to make clean, reliable energy for the country. And I'll tell you, I was looking at the YouTubes yesterday, and I see this video, and this guy, he's got like a clock, and he plugs it into a potato. And I'm like, oh, hey, look, the potato that's making electricity, this is like magic. And it's like, no, I'm just plugging it into a potato. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna get 1 million potatoes. We're gonna ship them in from overseas. We're gonna grow them right here in the USA. We're gonna get 1 million potatoes. Gonna put them in the patented Trump, potato power facility, and we're gonna provide clean, reliable energy.
You're onto something, Cameron. Just start a potato farm, and we have unlimited energy.
Oh, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll just run everything using like a giant potato. A single giant potato will be all of our power plants.
You ever seen the movie The Giant Peach? Just like that, but with potato. What was that?
Wondering sort of what your short program is on this.
All forms, yeah, all forms of energy. I want everything. I mean, frankly, clean coal is really a new thing that really does work. And you look at China, what they're doing with coal. They're using coal, and I doubt they're cleaning it. In fact, they're not.
Dang, he did a China diss. He hasn't done a China diss in a while.
Yeah. I just have this image of like Donald Trump holding a piece of coal and then taking out a handkerchief out of his coat pocket and starts polishing it.
Oh, that's some real clean coal right there. I gotta tell you what. I can just imagine like, some stupid fucking Americans sitting in like a coal mine, a factory or something like that, and they got like big scrub brushes, like toothbrushes, right? And they got their little coal pieces, and they're just scrubbing away at it until it's nothing but a fine dust. And then I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened? I'm trying to clean off the coal.
Cleaning it.
Coal?
What do you think, Ben?
Don't they just use scrubbers and like?
No, as in the
kinds that clean the
air.
Yeah,
like
the kinds that clean the air. They're
Yeah.
called scrubbers. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's just someone who like goes around with like a big broom and scrubs.
Yeah. I tell you what, we do to the coal, we give it a nice bath, some soapy water,
Scrub it around.
But they have technology now that's wonderful. We're just not being able to use it. We are having a tremendous hard time with the environmental protection.
We are having a tremendous hard time. Like, does everything that comes out of Trump's mouth, it sounds like it just comes from Mad Lib's book.
Agencies.
Can we talk about that hashtag in the bottom there? It says hashtag Greta. Is that like Great America?
I don't know. Like, what is that from? Somebody get on that.
Greta.
Should I look it up?
Like his fifth wife.
Should I look it up?
Greta, get in here. Get in here. I just figured out how to clean off my toes.
Well, federal government is putting a lot of different kinds of industries out of business. But in particular, when you get to energy and the coal and even natural gas is having tremendous problems, we could be energy independent within a very short period of time, but they won't let that happen.
All right, George P.
Yeah, this is what this is one of the few things I like about Trump, despite his, horrible, racism and, his general stupidity. He's one of the first few candidates we've ever had that don't have, gigantic corporate sponsors. I like it because it's like it just cut out the middleman, when you got, a candidate like Hillary or pretty much any establishment candidate, it's pretty much guaranteed they have corporate sponsors running their campaigns, influencing what they do. And Trump is one of the first few people who's not getting tugged a million ways. He's just looking out for his own interests.
So I found what Greta is. It's the name of the lady interviewing him.
Hashtag Greta.
I love
That's a
how
great name.
I also love
That
Sounds like an old Russian grandma.
it
Sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West.
It sounds like some kind of disgusting European food they try and feed you overseas. And you're like, yes, have some Greta. And you're like, no, I'm good, thank you.
It's like
I don't really want any.
It's got all natural dog kibble and water.
Yeah, what do you put in Greta? Oh, we shovel out the cow shit from the trenches, and then we dump it in a big cake pan and throw it in the oven for an hour.
I just love how anyway, I love how all interviewers though have just learned that he's gonna ramble, and there's nothing they can do about it, because if they try to keep him on track, he's just gonna interrupt them. So they just kind of go with it now.
You guys remember when I think like Anderson Cooper was interviewing Trump, and it was like
Anderson Cooper the gay one?
Yeah, the gay one.
Okay.
So they're talking to Trump, and it was like during the whole controversy with Ted Cruz and their wives, and Ted Cruz is like, "Do you want this to be your first lady?" And so they're well, I think that so Ted started it, and they're interviewing Trump, and they're talking to Trump about it, and Trump's like, "Oh, I didn't start it. I didn't start it at all." And then Anderson Cooper's like, "Well, with all due respect, sir, that's something a fucking 5-year-old would say." Like that. I think that's like the only time that any news reporters like tried to corner Trump.
And Collins says she's not going to vote for you. So tell me your thoughts about you're getting some Republicans inside the tent, but some Republicans are leaving the tent.
Well, I'm very honored by George P. Bush. I thought that was really terrific. I saw it, and I watched his statement. I thought it was really terrific. I don't know Susan Collins at all. I know nothing. I don't know anything about her.
You're right, Trump. You do know nothing.
But she came out. But, people don't talk about all the people that are supporting me. We have tremendous support in Congress. We have tremendous support in the Senate. Jeff Sessions as an example. I mean, we have tremendous support in the Senate. And, frankly, you look at the polls, the way they're tightening up, people are starting to get it. And then you look at what's going on with Hillary, with selling government, and, all of the things that have come out today on the front page of a lot of the papers.
Every time he says something.
I was just about to comment on that.
Like the fucking slack-jawed viewers that just
Exactly.
watch this, like they listen to it.
What did he say? What did he say, Sonny?
Well,
the polls are
Something
tightening?
about
actually,
tents
maybe
in a circus.
If there's a deaf person watching and they can't get subtitles on, that could be what it's for.
I mean, they could, but like
They'd be able to get subtitles, I would think.
Yeah, they probably would, but like if somehow they can't, I don't know. I'm just throwing theories.
That's
out
just
there.
for those guys that
Also,
are like...
what does VA stand for? Like,
Virginia.
okay.
And you look at what she's doing in
Thank you,
terms
Ben.
of
Thanks, man.
pay for play and play for pay and all of the different things, and they name it different, all of the different things she's doing. I'm telling you, it's starting to come out. And look at the way the poll.
Do you think that like
It's like Trump's wrinkly face.
Yeah. Do you guys ever think like Trump? Like, how does he breathe when he's talking? Because he just goes on and on and on, like without pause. He's like, until the polls are tightening and people are coming in and out and they're finally learning to vote and blah 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 blah, and keep talking the whole fucking day long about the same goddamn question going 7. Like, I can't even fucking do it.
I don't know if I've brought this up with you before, but I have this conspiracy that Trump is being controlled by a parasite, and that parasite is the hair. Now, the hair, as long as it breathes, he doesn't have to, so he can continue to speak. The parasite is just trying to become president so it then can control all of America and then the world.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Shut the fuck up, Ben.
Fine.
I'm not keeping you around as a slave so you can just sit down and lay down when we're on the fucking show.
Does this mean I'm no longer the slave? Do I get to leave?
No.
Oh.
We're expanding staff.
Damn it.
Will's the only real employee here. We're paying him in saltine crackers.
So,
about 5 per hour.
Is the reason you need 2 slaves just so you can do shit fetishes?
Yeah.
Alright, so I figured. I'm assuming that's the reason for the Fana.
So, yeah, I think we've gotten all we can out of Trump. So, what do you guys think? We should move on?
Yeah.
All right. moving on from the Trump.
Still have no idea what this has to do with voters being smart.
Neither do I. Watch Hillary. Oh yes, this is my favorite part. We're gonna talk about Hillary Clinton and shoe dodging. The great line of shoes being thrown at people and people dodging them.
That's my favorite Olympic sport, personally.
Cycling about 2.
I love her reaction time. Shoe flies at her, and about 5 seconds later, ugh.
How can you not react to a shoe flying at? I mean, I know it's pretty fast, especially if they have a strong arm, but still, it's seeable. You can track it.
I mean, like, you got to think about it. Like, how far away is the audience? And like, I mean, you're giving a speech. Some guy's like, what, 50 feet away or something like that, and you see a shoe fly. Like, how do you not see a shoe flying at you?
Plus, why right when it got to the good part where she was reacting to it, the camera pans down? Like, right when we wanted to see what happened.
What are we looking at? All right,
the pants of the cameraman.
Let's do some instant replays.
Cycling about 2. Cycling about 2.
She looks like a lizard.
Yeah, like.
Look at her face.
I mean, like, this is what
my precious.
When I
my plan will go on.
When I imagine Hillary Clinton in her spare time, this is what I think. She's sitting around in like her top secret Illuminati base headquarters, you know, and you know, from time to time she'll jump in her like Scrooge McDuck money pit.
I love the one thing. I don't remember where it was from. I think it was Family Guy, where Peter tried diving into a giant pile of money. He goes, "It doesn't really work like that. It's a bunch of little things that create one giant solid mass."
Yeah, that'd hurt. Jesus. I mean, I wonder what it would be like if you had paper money. Would it do the same thing?
Paper cuts.
It would be like landing on a. You know how they have those giant stacks of paper you buy like not Office Depot. It'd be like landing on a bunch of those.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it no matter what it is, pretty much. Well, I mean, I guess there are some things, but most things, almost all, probably all, if you group them up enough, they'll just create one gigantic solid mass.
So what do you got to do then? Like, you know, get some pistons in the floor moving up and down. That makes them, you know, just get them moving a little bit.
Create a wave pool. Perfect.
Cycling about 2.
Watched again.
Let's watch that in slow mo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, we should see the shoe action.
There it goes.
Oh my!
Why?
My corporate sponsors. Oh my!
No, but yeah. How does she not see that coming? And how does she not have enough reaction time to dodge it even more?
I mean,
I've been told that myself. I'm overly observant and I'm overly paranoid and all of that. So I'm usually more aware of those things. But still, I feel as though even a normal person, like normal to that stuff, would still be able to do it.
What the
Cameron,
fuck
what
happened?
did you do?
Cameron,
I don't know.
What the fuck is this?
I was trying to.
Oh,
make
there
a
we go.
point,
It
and you just
zoomed in.
fucked me up.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Piece of shit.
God, do this every time.
Yeah, I do.
Go in another time. Yeah, that was good actually. Probably better.
Perfect.
Okay, what the fuck did you do?
Cycling about 2. What was that, a bat? Was that a bat?
Was that a bat?
Oh
no,
my
it's a
God.
fucking
That's somebody
shoe.
throwing something at.
I mean, what? Like,
Was that a bat?
like, yeah, she knows even animals attack her. Unless she think that somebody fucking like snuck in a baseball bat, fucking threw a baseball bat at her. Like,
You couldn't even get a baseball bat in.
Hillary, if that was a baseball bat, you'd be dead. And good riddance too. But I mean, really,
Was
Can we
that a
just
bat?
reflect on the fact that she's like at least like 25 meters away from Hillary, and she didn't react until the shoe went past her.
I mean, that's like sitting on a fucking baseball field. You know, you're trying to fucking hit the baseball, and the guy throws it, and you're like, "When's the ball coming?"
Aren't reptiles supposed to have high reaction times though?
Well, she's an older reptile,
That's
so I mean,
that's true. That's very true.
At me?
For all we know, she could
Is that
be
part of Cirque du
hundreds of years
Soleil?
old.
they're laughing because I thought Hillary was just killed.
Yeah. Are they clapping at?
No.
Are they clapping at?
No,
her?
Will,
Soleil?
you might think that they're cheering and clapping because they're escorting her out. But no, they're cheering and clapping because someone threw the shoe at her. Because everyone wanted to do that, but no one was brave enough.
Yeah.
So
What if all these people are just being held against their will at the Hillary rally? Like, please let me go. Like,
Well,
they're threatening my family.
I mean, there was that one guy who was talking about how Hillary's paying people to steal seats.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
Bernie.
The seat fillers. Like, I mean, like, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's not that far fetched.
Is it? It's really bad that we have Donald Trump first of all as the other one, but the only one that's better that we kind of have to go for. It's a very plausible thing she could have done.
Yeah, I mean, that's just sad. Like, what happened to our reasonable candidates? Like, Obama's not that great, but, like, you know, at least when we had him in there, he didn't,
And
like...
at least he's kind of cool.
Yeah, he didn't have, like, email scandals and whatnot. And there was that one time that he killed a fly. And then we got Hillary over here, like, dodging shoes 2.5 seconds after they were thrown at her.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into current politics of current people, but I don't think Obama is that bad. But we won't have. My main point of this is we're never going to have another president like him. We just won't.
No, we won't.
I mean, he's the guy that came skateboarding on stage. He's also the one that kicked the door down to leave one of the speeches he was giving.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you know, George Bush trying to walk out of what is it, like the Japanese embassy that he was at, and he like he starts pulling on the door. I don't get what's going on. And so at that point, you're like, okay, so what's old, you know, GB gonna do? Is he gonna decide that, well, if it don't open when I pull it, maybe I should push it? And he just fucking starts pulling on it again, like. That was our president at one point.
Yeah.
At least he knew how to dodge a shoe.
Like,
if you can dodge your inch, you can dodge a ball.
Speaking of dodging shoes.
Oh, here we go.
President Bush dodges shoes thrown by
One
Iraqi
of the television
journalists.
correspondents at this news conference in which the president is
Both
there
this man.
on an unannounced
Old news,
visit,
but still
part of
good.
a ceremonial signing of the agreement,
That
and you
was
see
really
it there.
close.
One
That was
right
good
after
reaction
Yeah,
time.
because
That's
you know,
better
like,
than Hillary.
if he hadn't have moved, like, it would have hit his head. And I don't know if you can, like, see it, but, like, after he dodges it, and he's got, like, a smile on his face.
Which
Here,
the-
let's slow it down, see if we can catch it. Like, he's having fun. He thinks this is a damn rodeo. Yeah, man, I tell you what, man, yeah, just gonna invade your country or something in a few years for your oil. Hit.
Last one.
Loving this dead air.
Stop.
And here comes the
There
shoe.
goes and
Damn, son. You can see it. He's got like a smile on his face.
But if we want to be slightly fair to Hillary, which we don't, but if we're trying to be, he could clearly see the person. Meanwhile, Hillary was in a big crowd, but still should have been able to dodge it because so far away.
But I'm pretty sure he knew that was a shoe and didn't think it was a bat.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, like the guy's sitting like what 10 feet away. Like it's not that far. Meanwhile, Hillary, like, she's got a giant stage. I mean, the stage she's on, like,
that was another thing.
it's a huge area to see that shoe, and she's I'm just Hillary, woohoo. Yeah, and the guy misses, and he brings out another shoe.
One right after the other. One of the journalists jumps up, throwing the shoes at the president. Let's listen in.
Yeah, I love the reaction. Like, oh shit, that guy threw a shoe at the president. Take a picture.
And we have been looking at video that just arrived here a few moments ago. Video of a news conference with President Bush and Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki as they talked about their signing of this agreement, the Status of Forces Agreement and Strategic Agreement. Let's listen in to the reaction.
Oh, hey. Oh, hello, mister. Hey.
Well, a lot of people say they need Morgan Freeman narrating their life, but no one ever, and James Earl Jones, but no one ever brings up Bush.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if I had a choice, I'd choose Bush. Because he's just got all these Bushisms that are just so great.
Could you imagine Donald Trump narrating your life? You would never actually have the thing you're doing being narrated.
Pretty much. He'd just be going on and on. Yeah, I tell you what, my daughter had a play last week, it was pretty nice,
I would choose Taylor Lautner because at least he has a sexy voice.
Screw you, Ben. Did you say that Taylor Lautner had a sexier voice than George Bush?
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Forgive him.
Yeah, well, Ben never knows what he's talking about.
That's very true.
Does he? Huh, Ben?
Fucking bitch.
I'm on cocaine.
Fucking degenerate.
Yeah, Ben's getting bashed tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I'd really I want Bush narrating my life because you'd be driving around, some guy cuts you off. Whoa, Nair! Tell you what, dang old, how now, Brian Kelly? I'm trying to cut you off. Dang old, tell you what, nuclear weapons. Okay, so we're moving out of national news and into the feminist section.
Oh, my favorite.
Our first video.
37 views. Wow.
Our first video being called
Another tumor to add to my collection.
Gender Doesn't Exist.
Yes, it does.
Did you hear that, guys? I'm not a male or a female. I'm just a they.
There's only 2 genders. I'm sorry, something stuck in my throat.
My gender is a zygote.
I identify as an attack helicopter.
Yes, I was just about to say an Apache attack helicopter.
Actually, I identify as an Mi-24 Hind. I'm Russian made. Not like you fucking American helicopters. Pieces of shit.
Gender doesn't exist.
I understand why you think that, seeing as I can't identify
couldn't
your
tell.
gender.
I
Like
couldn't tell
what
at
is
all.
that?
63 genders, by the way.
63 and counting.
Yeah.
But the way gender presentation leads to how people are treated in our world is a very real thing.
She's like Trump. She's doing
Yeah,
the hand
yeah,
motions,
she's doing the
right?
hand-
She's like Trump. The hand motions.
I
But
tell
she
you, they were walking along the sidewalk when a car went by. You guys can't see it, but I'm gesturing.
You know how you can just, people have this weird thing where they can sense like a vibe if they just walk into a room, or by looking at somebody they can tell stuff about them. She's crazy.
Pretty much. And why does it look like not just looks like, but it sounds like they just jogged in from somewhere, like they've been running really hard, like.
Yeah, why is my hot topic cashier
Gender
on?
doesn't
Did nobody
exist.
hear that? Did you hear Ben's joke?
I did not hear Ben's joke.
Why did my hot topic cashier show up on my YouTube?
Why? No. I'm trying to find a list of all the genders.
So it's no wonder people are so precious about their gender identities. Because it makes them feel like they belong to something. It makes them feel like they know who they are.
Let's all start
But
clapping.
really, it's not a real thing. It's just all constructed. But because it's the language, it's the framework of our society.
Yeah, gender is the language and framework of our society. I thought English was the language of our society. Apparently, it's gender.
Whenever I'm at your house, you just get all kinds of web guards on any website I try to go to. Wikipedia, even.
That's odd. I have no idea why.
His mom's trying to keep him off of the porn.
Yeah.
He's in
Wikipedia
some
porn.
weird
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
How do we remove it? This is what I'm trying to do as a gender fuck person. I am female.
She must be thinking that she's rapping with all those hand motions, because you know how whenever they rap, they like
Yeah.
move their
Yeah.
hands all crazy.
Yeah, this is just a really slow motion rap about gender.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, you're like a regular old Eminem, except for when Eminem talks and things come out of his mouth. What comes out is usually inspiring and powerful, but when you speak, what comes out is kind of like a fart.
Cameron, do you think it'd be possible for us to find a song that's a gender song that's like in the form of an ABC song?
I don't know. Hey, if you can pull up the list of all 63 genders, I think we should just list them all off right now.
But everything's web garbage.
Everything's blocked. Oh.
Yeah, here, you know what?
Oh,
Do you think she knows what,
I'm
like...
still not connected to your Wi-Fi if you want to put the password in for that.
Oh, okay.
Do you think she knows, like, what sexual organs are, and that's, like, a distinct difference, and that exists?
No, man. It's like the fucking Matrix, man. We're all the same. It's just our minds, dude.
You know, they say, you know how everyone says, like, you know how people say, like, my genitals don't define my gender? Technically, they do, and I get if people want, like, are a girl, and then they like, are more, they, like, see themselves as a guy, or they want to actually be a guy, and they're working on getting a surgery done. But it's another thing where they just say that genders just don't exist.
Well, that's why gender fluid is pretty stupid, in my opinion. Like, saying that one day I'm a girl and one day I'm a guy, I'm pretty sure, like, I support it, transgenders. Like, if you want to be one or the other, and if you don't feel like you're born in the right body, but being gender fluid is just, in my opinion, pretty stupid.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, you know, I agree with, like, the whole transgender thing. Like, if you wanna be a different gender, you know, go ahead. That's your prerogative. I don't give a crap, you know. And this is an unpopular opinion, so and let me finish before, you know, you guys tear me apart. But I think, and it's been proven, you know, being transgender is technically a mental illness.
Yep.
But you know, a lot of people will tell you that oh, you're wrong, you're a homophobe, you know, you're awful for saying that. But the thing is, though, that TJ said it a lot, that you know, the best way to treat this mental illness is to, you know, accept their identity, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you brought up the list, Dylan?
Yes, I have. Can we talk about this one? It's called, like, a beamy gender or something like that. A gender that is profound, deep, and infinite, meant to resemble when one mirror is reflecting into another mirror, creating an infinite paradox.
Oh my god, this is like almost work.
I identify as two mirrors facing each other.
What about aerogender? A gender that is influenced by your surroundings.
You know, I just look at a fucking tree and I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm a girl.
A gender that is affected by mood swings.
Well, isn't that pretty fucking sexist? Like, you're feeling, like, really pissy and angry, and you're like, well, I'm a man.
Oh, I thought that was, I think you would be a bitch then.
Like, this is just sad. I mean, you know, we all feel kind of confident at times and not so confident at times, but, like, only the fucking Tumblr people will take that and turn it into a fucking gender.
A gender that changes depending on who you're in love with. Because multiple sexualities don't exist, and there's only genders.
I thought that's a fucking... Doesn't that mean, like, you're bisexual?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, not everything has to be a fucking gender.
But clearly, now there's a gender for who you're in love with.
So, like, what if I fuck a dog and I have that gender? Do I turn into, like, a male dog or something?
A gender that changes depending on what friend you're with. Guys, what are you all right now?
What genders?
There's a gender that changes depending on what friends you're with.
So,
yeah.
Do those people have to, like, plan out, like, okay, so I'm a girl around this guy, but I'm a guy around this guy. So, and they, like, do that with other groups, and they're, like, having a party, so they have to, like, strategize what gender they're going to be at what time.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really awkward, you know. Okay, so I'm a guy around Jim, and then I'm a girl around Bob. So what happens if Jim and Bob, you know, meet up and you know, you're having like a three-way conversation? Like, what happens then?
By the way, I'm not reading out all of them, just the really weird, stupid ones.
All right, keep going.
All right, I don't know. There's a lot of weird ones.
Scroll to the bottom. I want to see
a gender
the ones.
that fades in and out, but always comes back to the same feeling.
A
gender that is unknown to both yourself and others.
Wait a second. In other words, you're confused.
Guys. A protein gender, which has the potential to be anything, but is formless and motionless, and therefore does not manifest as any particular gender. A gender that is affected by anxiety.
Is a stem cell.
And A gender that is affected by anxiety.
Cameron's gone. Cameron's just gone.
So we're stealing his Fanta.
I'm gonna grab some thin, or I'm gonna like mess up the mics. Okay, yeah. Wait, just bring it over here.
Yeah. Okay, so
Thanks.
Cameron's gone. So
Just try not to be too into the mics. A gender that feels bright and celestial. Okay, does that mean you identify as like a god or a goddess?
I identify as happy.
But the question then is like, it's a god or a goddess, right? But then, would you be a god, which is a term for a guy, omnipotent being, or a goddess, which is
Maybe
for
like-
female omnipotent being?
maybe like define your gender as like an angel or something. Like, yeah. So basically, my gender is like, Gabriel? Yeah, that's my gender. Yeah. I sexually identify, actually.
Oh my god. Is this possible? Trigger warning.
Wait, read it. I must hear this.
A gender that can only be understood in the context of being autistic.
Oh my god. That's beautiful.
In any form or fashion. Cameron, you want to hear this one we just found? It says trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Okay, go ahead.
A gender that can only be understood in the context of being autistic.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the future gonna be like? You know, Dad walks in. Hey, sport. How you feeling? Pretty male.
So does that mean you want to play ball? Hey, my genitals don't define that.
Actually, that's pretty masculine, Dad. I'm kind of offended. Okay, so I think we ought to move on. What do you guys think? Should we watch more of this hapless retard,
Can
or
I say one more though?
go ahead?
Biogender, a gender that feels connected to nature in some way.
So like the fucking Force.
Yep.
They're literally like. So what are we? When are we gonna get to like the point where like the other kin and the genders like merge? Like I'm feeling like Captain Kirk gender.
I'm feeling a little Spock today.
All right, so our next video, we're all men here. We're pretty sexist right now, aren't we? This is a BuzzFeed video called 30 Questions Women Have for Men.
Are we gonna answer
Can we
them?
just look
Yes, we are.
that like bar?
Yeah, I'm seeing the lightsaber.
Yep.
That big red lightsaber. All right, you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
Be ready to be demolished.
I also like thinking of it as a circumcised cock.
Thanks for that image, Ben.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I'm gonna
Well,
go kill myself now.
well, considering you guys think that men are always oppressing you, pretty good.
I have information for them. We don't accept Donald Trump as a male. He's there.
I was just about to say that.
Actually, newsflash, BuzzFeed feminists, like, when you're a male, like, you're not all invited to, like, one big male club. Like, we're separate people. You understand that, right?
Imagine Hillary announcing that she's going to become a guy to try and get publicity.
Oh my god. That's terrifying.
And then people make art of male Hillary.
Transgender Hillary would be terrifying.
man.
Oh, God.
That creature would haunt my dreams.
Somebody's like, hey guys, look, it's transgender Hillary Clinton. It's just a picture of Bill Clinton.
Knew it all along. 36 questions women have for men.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Everybody.
Why do I hate rom-coms?
Fuck is a rom-com?
Romantic
fuck
comedy.
knows?
I don't actually. I actually like romantics, honestly. Me personally.
You know, I haven't really watched a good one. I mean, I don't
mean,
necessarily like him because I haven't really been exposed to any good ones.
Warm Bodies.
my
That one's pretty
problem,
good.
my problem with romantic movies is like, there's porn.
Fuck you, Ben.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie here. I actually kind of like romantic movies. But if you want a good rom-com, there's Warm Bodies.
So
It's not the best out there, but it is there.
The problem with romantic movies is that they basically are all the exact same thing with different characters. They're extremely predictable. It's like one person falls in love with another person, there's a struggle for them to get together, and then it resolves it. Or what did I just say? Okay.
I feel like you just watch an anime and you get all of that.
Thank you, Will.
Nobody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Why do
How would you know?
Talking about boobs hey guys,
let's
don't we always talk about boobs for hours, right?
Yeah, hours. You know, we just met up like 4 o'clock and just, for hours straight, we just talked about boobs.
Okay, guys, so I think tomorrow after school orientation, we should come back here and we should have our annual boob conversation.
Yeah, just talk about boobs all day long.
Yeah.
So, what do you like, guys? What do you like more, pointy, flat, or like?
Move on, Cameron. Move on.
Yeah. Next question.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why are you
I don't.
I don't know. I was looking at Rogue One and I'm like, oh, fuck that.
I was looking at the Tomb Raider movie, and I was like,
What?
It wasn't. What, you didn't know
There's a Tomb Raider movie?
There's like 2 or 3. But
They all suck,
unfortunately. It definitely wasn't the reviews that made me not want to watch it. I was like, damn it, in the Tomb Raider movie, they have a female protagonist? What is this, Tomb Raider? Come on.
No, I love the plot and the story and everything, but I just can't go over the fact, it's a female in the front. No,
Yeah,
how
Force
can
Awakens,
I
that was
relate to someone
bullshit.
with a vagina? I don't-
I understand
Force Awakens, I feel like that was actually one big reason for having a bunch of negative views. I actually like the movie.
I mean, if the sex organs don't match up, I just can't relate at all. Not a bit.
I'm gonna keep
surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
No, you aren't. You really aren't.
You work
just
for
a cunt.
BuzzFeed.
Why do you think that we're
this video? We're gonna get flagged.
Yeah. Fucking shitstorm.
obsessed with you when we
have
hook
an Islamic video later, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get.
We do.
nuked
It's the next
before
one.
that.
9 times out
Movies that star a female lead.
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged?
Can you pause this?
I don't know. Why can't I kill as many people as I want to without being judged?
I found this I found a comic on that question actually, and it was this old guy, and he said, "A key that can open any door is a precious thing, but a door that can be opened by any key is not so much."
Yeah, I mean, that works in some cases, but yeah.
But honestly though, sleeping with a bunch of people for no reason is both gross and horrible thing to do. Either way, guy or girl, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I
When
know,
men-
it's better than masturbation.
Ben, you need to stop.
Do it. They're congratulated.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
In what world does no mean yes?
No
that's a
means
thing?
no.
I
Why
don't
do you-
know why I do that.
Wait, that's a thing?
Thanks for pointing out that I do that, BuzzFeed feminists.
Is that actually a thing?
Sure, I guess. Well, we're all men. We should know.
We're all 14 and 15.
Yeah, well, whatever,
I
you
don't know.
fucking
Hey,
misogynist.
Yeah, have you ever fucked a girl within 3 days?
3 dates.
3
Get it
dates,
right.
Ben.
Oh, 3 dates?
Oh, yeah, man, I do that all the time. Every Sunday.
Why do you consider
Ben,
a woman
Ben,
a
you need to get
tease
a
if
glass
she
of
doesn't
water
sleep with
because
you
you
after
are
3
thirsty.
dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
In what world does no mean yes?
No means
I don't know. A different reality? What? I'm not a fucking nuclear physicist. I don't know about other universes. I mean, this is not a question for men. This is like a question for a theoretical physicist.
They're asking all these questions, but I also think that there should be a video of guys asking girls questions, because to us, girls are just the most confusing thing in the entire freaking universe.
Well,
and
that's because
beyond.
you're a fucking misogynist, Dylan.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah.
Misgendered.
Triggered.
I hope they asked that question to that Baltimore cheerleader that raped a teenager.
Fucking
Hey, women
Christ,
can't
Ben!
rape.
means no.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
Why-
I don't know. Why did we do that? Why do we do that? I mean, we all do that. I just yesterday I was like, women are too emotional. That's why I don't want Hillary in there.
Exactly.
She's too emotional.
You know what? I actually had a thing talking about Hillary, if you don't mind. You know, I feel like after Hillary, if she does become our first female president, which she is, people are gonna like, if another female runs, they're gonna be like, well, I don't want to vote for her. You saw how well Hillary did, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, honestly, I don't think she's qualified at all.
Sorry, I meant to bring that up earlier and just forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to some, like, really staunch Hillary supporters, and they're like, well, we just gotta get Hillary in there because she's a woman, and we need a female president. I'm like, yeah, how about we do that with a qualified one?
We should. I agree. It would be kind of good to have a female president at some point, but make sure they're actually qualified.
Yeah, I mean, don't just take fucking Bertha off the street out of her cardboard box and slap her up there on stage and vote for Bertha. She's got a pussy.
I actually have something to say about catcalling. I had a very traumatic moment last night with it. I went to a Starbucks and I was like, hey, can I have a white chocolate mocha? And then she said, yes, you have a nice shirt. And I was like, that is... You basically raped me. I can't believe you would do this.
What exactly is catcalling? Because I got no.
It's like when somebody's walking on the street and somebody somebody called, "Damn baby."
Oh.
Yeah, like that.
That has a name?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
Okay, true story. I've actually been catcalled by. I'm not shitting you right now. By the fucking gym teacher at Shahala.
I have a story for you when the mics go off.
Okay. All right, so maybe I might get arrested for slander if I say this, but it's true. Okay. I promise you it's true. I'm walking, so if you guys are going to Shahala, you know that, if you're going to the drama... Yep. If you're going to the drama portable and you're going, there's a little hall, right, that passes by the gym where you go in. Yep. I'm walking down there, and I'm walking by the locker rooms, and Mr. Blankenship, he's standing in the doorway talking to some girl. And as I'm walking by, he looks at me, and he goes, now that's a finely dressed young man. I'm like, thanks, and I fucking bolt out of there.
I had Mr. Blankenship not actually say it, but he hinted at calling me gay. Because he was talking about this yoga video, and he's like, there's a really nice girl in it. I know you'll like it. And he looks at me and he goes, and a guy for you, Dylan. And I'm like, oh,
what?
Okay.
Dude, what? Yeah, Mr. Blankenship was so freaking creepy.
It was all in good fun, and he is an awesome teacher and person, but it was kind of weird.
I mean, I've never had him before. Unfortunately, I had Miss Torres. Okay, I still have PTSD from that.
To you, he might seem kind of weird and creepy, but he's actually really kind of cool. So.
I heard he was cool, but then I also heard he was weird and creepy. All I have to go on is his weird catcalling thing. So...
That's true.
Differing accounts.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
Why would you?
Yeah, because you're a woman and you owe me your fucking body. I'm a man. I'm part of the patriarchy. Yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, we should just start demanding our rights. We're part of the patriarchy. We're oppressing women. We should just start, demanding female slaves.
Do these people think every man is just Peter Griffin?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
Okay, that's your sister. This gets me really upset because you have a sister too, but I don't know. It's just, that's a really stupid question. You're related to them. You grew up with them. You love them because that's your family.
Yeah, sorry.
You have a good reason for that.
Also, sorry, you're just some random skank harassing me on BuzzFeed. I don't give a shit about you.
Can I? Maybe it's because your sister's really ugly, and you don't think that somebody should be saying, oh man, I like how your sister looks, because you're like, why? She's really ugly.
Or maybe maybe it's because it's your sister.
I think
you try to protect your sister. At least I do.
It's kind of like treading on another man's territory.
Jesus, Ben, are you saying women are property now?
Fucking Christ, Ben.
Just your sister, though.
Ben is the ultimate misogynist.
Ben is the Antichrist.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point
I don't know. What does it feel like?
during a meeting?
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that you have balls.
We have
but
things in between.
I don't stand around with my arms
We
wide.
have things in between our legs that
Yeah.
make it uncomfortable.
Okay, this begs the question: have these women ever actually like seen a man, interacted with one? Because I think Ben is right. Like they have this image of a man in their mind that's just fucking Peter Griffin.
Alright, all you women out there, if you want to get an idea what it's like for a man, take your tits and put it in your groin.
That's for
Maybe
one.
I don't think it's quite that big.
I think take one and maybe cut it in half.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you, Ben,
Well,
but
it hurts.
Do you have like some sort of monster steroid
okay, shut the fuck up. Let's keep going before we start talking about Ben's neck. This is what I wanted to fucking avoid.
Move on, quick.
Screw off,
My
Ben.
boobs.
What the fuck was that?
Wait a second. What is happening? Wait, can you rewind it? What the hell just happened?
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
I don't think you get it. What the fuck?
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex? Even though we literally birth you. Like watermelon.
Because you don't take up construction jobs, because you
Well,
don't...
they do. But the thing is, originally, men are just naturally stronger. That's not supposed to be sexist, that's just the truth.
Yeah,
so
I mean...
originally men just dominated over the sexes because that was the reason.
I mean...
Now that's not so much because we're starting to change that, which is good, but I'm just stating the facts. That was the original reason.
Yeah, I agree with Dylan. Like, I mean, you can call me a sexist all you want. The facts don't lie. Like, statistically, on average, women are usually weaker than men.
Well, it's not only statistical, like scientifically.
Yeah,
it's easier for men to grow muscle mass than women.
And of course there are the girls that are stronger than guys, or girls that are stronger than some other guys.
They're
but
always the outliers, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, just in general, naturally.
Like, I'm sitting over here and I'd probably lose in an arm wrestle against a 3-year-old girl. She could take me out, man. She could.
Yeah, you know, I think there was some... oh, fuck. There were some... I don't know what that was. There were some statistics I watched. Yeah, I watched them. I watched
Entertaining.
statistics.
Coming to theaters 2017. Statistics.
They're back.
Never mind.
So, yeah, I mean, I saw a statistic. It was like, it was made by some kind of... Somebody's army made the frickin' statistics. It was about, you know, basically showing that, like, statistically, you know, men were on average better fighters than women. Like, even if they had the same amount of training, you know, the same everything, statistically, the men were just better fighters.
Well, that's just instinct.
And
But,
it just makes sense.
But yeah, well, that's because men were the hunters because we were just
We
stronger.
hunt, we kill shit.
You see, we might be men might be naturally stronger, but girls are more naturally flexible. So I mean, it really just depends on how you look at it.
By the way, did that statistic count for the fact that the balls are just like a really good target?
Through like this.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
Why the isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get genders?
Because what?
Oh no!
My God! When did sexuality sexualities get genders?
Because all the cuss words are males, and if you discriminate and say they're females, then no, I'm triggered.
Yeah, BuzzFeed is imploding on itself.
People say it's unladylike to cuss. I'm like so out of the loop here, guys.
Generally, it's just impolite to cuss.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they say it's unladylike. I'm out of the loop.
Their image of a male is like some dude in the South, like with straw sticking out of his mouth, and he's just like, yeah, all them fucking.
Do you remember that one episode of Family Guy?
Yes, it's McCree.
No. Do you remember that one episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin owned a farm and he decided that he had to start acting more redneck?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's Peter Griffin, redneck.
Redneck Peter Griffin.
Amen.
And tell you what, Greta, get back to the damn kitchen and make me a fucking blueberry pie, woman.
Hey, Ben.
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
Why isn't it?
What?
Wait, whoa.
What?
Wait.
What do those two things have to do with each other again?
So you're saying you can change it whenever you
What
want?
if-
Like, today I'm gonna have a 7-inch. And
Yeah,
tomorrow's gonna be
like-
9.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Let's
can
just
just
make that.
choose.
Let's make that into a gender. Actually, today I'm feeling like I'm this size gender.
Weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body.
Do you have a coochie?
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
Do you ever get tired of
Wait,
trying to
Okay,
be
wait. Can I say something about that one about lesbians?
I have to say something about this too.
Yeah. Okay.
You go
So
first.
my cousin, and my cousin's best friend, and like all of them, they're all girls. They have a club with themselves reading yaoi. Like they're obsessed with yaoi. Is just like gay.
Guy on guy action is becoming more popular.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if you
gay hentai.
search,
Just reverse the question. Why are you so obsessed with gay guys?
yeah, like search up not now obviously because we're on YouTube.
Okay,
like-
Ben, I'll search that now.
Like-
Going for the
like,
search bar.
Top 10 porn for women's sites, and it's all half of it is gay. I'm not even kidding.
One thing that they haven't brought up yet that I personally don't understand about what guys find attractive is girls fighting. I've never gotten that.
Well, I've never heard that before. I don't
You
know.
really
That's a
haven't?
thing.
There's like
You know
guys
mud
who
wrestling?
find. Yeah, I don't get
that kind of fighting. I thought you meant like verbally.
Well, there's
Yeah,
like that,
just
or there's
arguing.
actually like hitting.
Physical.
Yeah, physical fighting too.
Like, they're just
guys
bleeding,
find guys find
Yeah, just-
attractive, and I don't understand that.
Their
Fucking
teeth their
MMA
teeth got
fights.
knocked out. Yeah, their teeth
Yeah,
are all
just
out. Like
watching that. Oh.
like
their
Dragon
arms
Ball.
ripped off. Their arms gone. One of their boobs is just cut off.
Dragon
like,
Ball fights going on.
Just getting me excited.
all the time?
What's this?
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
Why do I?
I don't know, man. Oh, it's gender equality.
Oh dear God! Oh, I can't. No.
Yeah, I'm just staying awake at night. I'm sweating.
5 nights of gender equality.
I'm scared.
It's 5 nights of gender equality.
Did they just gather up all the feminists they could find, and like within the first 10 seconds? They're like, okay, yeah, let's go. We have a video to make.
Okay, listen. I want you to be the biggest cunt you could possibly be.
Oh, so you mean like just me on a regular basis? Okay. Sure thing.
I deserve to be paid less than you.
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what?
I don't. Fuck! Stop asking me questions about the fucking multiverse.
Yes, yeah, like.
World does 68
mathematics.
cents equal $1?
How is that fair?
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you?
Because they make more money than me.
What bothers me the most?
Really, anybody's intimidated by anyone who makes more money than them.
Pretty much, like, why are you intimidated by Bill Gates?
What
I don't know, fucking, because he
Guy's a
fucking makes a
billionaire.
shitload of money.
Yeah, what bothers
He
me?
donates a lot of his money to charity. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he donates a lot of it. But what bothers me about the 77 cents for $1, by that logic, Asian privilege is rampant across all of the country.
Yeah, they never talk about that. Ben, you fucking privileged piece of shit.
Yep.
Get on my fucking podcast. Wait, no, you can't because you're my slave. That's right.
That's
You're in a
awesome.
dungeon.
More money.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
No, they're all seen as assholes.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
Because it's behind fucking closed doors. What do I give a shit?
And it's not our conversation. What? Do you think we're gonna hear them talking behind a closed door, try and have a private conversation, and we're just gonna
You just
bust
storm in and you're like, triggered!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you fucking walk down the street, two guys are in a fucking alley, and they're talking like, hey, man, you know, fucking Dota 2 is a piece of shit, and you like Dota 2, and you just fucking barge in. That's offensive to Dota 2 players.
A lot of these questions you could reverse something like, well, why don't you just, if you hear your friends talking about offensive things about men behind a closed door, why don't you just bust in and stop them?
Yeah, I guarantee she wouldn't fucking stand up for equal rights for men like she fucking trumpets it for women.
I agree with a lot of original feminism, like what it just stood for equality at first. Now feminists are like, yeah, women are better now. No, we're all equal people.
Yeah,
in this
it's like
world.
it's like the spitting image of the feminazi is just taking over the title. And how the fuck did we get here? Jesus Christ.
So afraid of recognizing your own privilege. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
Yeah, you know, speaking of Amy Schumer, okay, this is really weird. You know, long before I knew any of this shit about Amy Schumer, I would just look at her and I'd be like, I don't like you. There's something about you I don't like.
Have you checked if they have one?
Oh, by the way, did I tell you I found a video? So, I was watching Think Tank, which is made by the Young Turks.
Think Talk?
Think Tank. Yeah, I made the mistake of believing that they could produce good content without me running into total bullshit.
Elite Facts presents.
Hold on, go ahead.
Yeah, then I got one where it's like they photoshopped a bunch of Disney princesses to be plus sized. Pretty shittily photoshopped. Like it looks like they just panned it so it's bigger. And then the whole time they're just looking at these like fat Ariel going, wow, that looks good. Wow,
no,
she
it
looks
doesn't
totally normal.
Yeah, let's just turn Ariel into a fucking whale. Like, she's a mermaid, she swims.
You guys, wait, did you check if the BuzzFeed made questions for men? Or, sorry, questions for women?
No, they haven't yet.
They haven't? That's
Yeah, it's just straight white males.
There was this thing, and it was, God, what's the name of that one big, like, fashion makeup magazine? I can't remember it right now, but,
Hustler?
No. But they were basically talking about how bad it is for men to sexualize women and stuff, and then the immediate next tweet they had was 20 crotch bulges in the Summer Olympics that make you want to go wild from men. And they had more like the best abs in the Summer Olympics and stuff like that, and it's like, you ever heard of irony? Like, really?
Serena Williams is hot.
So, anyways, this was a video suggested by Ben, so thank you, Ben. 10 lies you're told about Islam.
10 lies you were told about Islam. 10. There is a very well-known lie that this map is truth. That around the USA there are colonies of Muslims that act as training camps for terrorist purposes only. This is simply untrue. One such place is Islamburg, an unashamed location in New York that consists of families of Muslims who live life very happily together.
By the way, this video gets progressively stupider as we go on.
Okay.
I thought that was a thing.
I'm gonna. Well, I mean, it's kind of what happens in Europe, actually. It was shocking to me as well when I read about it, because I was like, that's not real, right? But like, they're not like Amish colonies, but like they're little, poolings of Muslim, communities just, dotted throughout Europe that, like, at some points, like, even police won't go there because it's just too dangerous.
Oh, that's actually kind of, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with, like, just regular Islam. Like, I'm just gonna be Islam and sit in my house and pay taxes and go to work and respect the police. But, like, you get, like, progressively more radical, and usually it's not just, like, this Middle Eastern brand. Sometimes, it just crops up in America where they have these Muslim communities that just eventually become, like, just echo chambers for the same ideology, and it just gets progressively more radical as time goes on.
Here they enjoy a feast with some members of the nearby non-Muslim community, as well as members of the FBI. If any extreme activity is noticed in any religious community, the authorities will investigate, and mostly they'll be invited in for a discussion and allowed to go about their investigations. The idea has been put into the mainstream in order to both strike fear into others, as well as come to dislike Islam for creating such an extreme place for other Muslims to be. It's the first lie we uncover today. 9. During the Republican presidential candidate debates, one line was repeated over and over again by most, if not all, the men running. That was to pinpoint Islamic extremists as the biggest threat to the nation. This was simply a buzzword to use. They fed the bait that will increase the fear that already exists in the USA. Here are the stats that show over the past 20 years, the percentage of terrorist attacks that involved Islam is less than 1%. Only.
Has there ever been a Republican woman to run for president?
No, I don't think so.
I know
really
there's been
don't think so.
Democrat.
Sarah Palin, I think.
Was
No, I
she-
don't think she
No,
ran for
she was a
president,
running
though.
mate for John McCain.
Yeah.
Okay, the issue with the poll that they're displaying right here is, and it usually crops up with like polls for like what terror attacks in America too. The criteria for a terror attack is really, really low. Like, you know, small shootings, you know, that happen where like 2 or 3 people get killed. Those will constitute as terrorist attacks in these
Really?
polls.
Not just, you know, a psychopath.
All right.
Yeah, it
Because, I mean, some of it could be, like, I mean, some of that unlikely could be a terrorist attack, but the most likely scenario would be, like, you know, a psychopath or someone who's just snapped one day.
Like, think about what are the 3 biggest terror attacks that happened in the past 15 or 20 years. 9/11, Pulse nightclub shooting, and the one in Paris. Every single one of those is involved Islamic terrorism.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. You can't just ignore that these large terror attacks that killed a lot of people were heavily influenced by, you know, Islamic rhetoric. You can't just ignore that and go, well, what about the moderates? You know, we're not talking about them. We're talking about the extremists. Like, when was the last time you heard, like, yeah, so this one, you know, what do they call him? You know, this one Buddhist guy killed, like, 93 people. You don't hear that. I mean, you'll hear, like, yeah, Christian guy went out and tried to kill a bunch of people in an abortion clinic, but, I mean, it's super rare. You have to agree, the majority of these are usually Muslim.
Only one single atrocity has accounted for Islamic extremism: the train bombing that happened in Madrid. And yet that fear is still around. It's another myth. 8. Women in Islam is a big talking point, as its completely visual nature means it's easier to see and judge. It's easy to show the burqa in a bad light and one of oppression. And yet similar garments worn by more Western accepted religions is seen as faith and as being followers of their religion.
This isn't a myth. This is just trying to point the finger at the other end of the aisle. And the issue being that, you know, nuns choose to be nuns. They're not being forced into it by Christianity, you know?
Like,
yeah, but with the Islams, all women are forced to wear that kind of stuff. So there's a big difference there.
Yeah, and I love how he's like, well, you see, they're trying to paint it as a tool of oppression and not devotion. And I'm like, yeah, it is a fucking tool of oppression. If you're telling, you know, telling fucking women, you know, you can't show any skin to anyone out in public, like, yeah, that's fucking oppression. You fucking mouth-breathing moron.
The religion of Islam is one that promotes modesty in both women and men. It calls
yeah, that's fucking oppression a lot of the time.
for a set of morals in terms of dress, as well as in ways to simply live life. Malala Yousafzai does not practice wearing hijab, but was allegedly shot by Taliban supporters for her views on women and education. In fact, the Quran promotes nothing but good with man and women.
About her.
Yeah, the Quran just promotes nothing but good.
Hey,
yeah, we're just gonna blindly ignore all the times the Quran's like, kill the motherfuckers that don't believe in your religion.
Or like Muhammad saying, isn't it true that a woman, like 2 women's, what do you call it, testimony is equal to 1 man's? Isn't this because of a woman's intelligence? And everyone nodded.
Yeah, this guy just, he fucking like steamroll over that. Well, you see, it's just Islam is just promoting the justice system in a rather unorthodox way. It's trying to promote fairness and equality and justice. Like, fuck off, dude.
Women being a pair, as is most things in the world, and having equal views and practices to follow in order to live on in an immortal world.
7.
Possibly the most famous myths surrounding Islam is that they have a deep-rooted hatred of the West.
Why wouldn't they? We're a bunch of fucking Christians that keep invading their land.
And apparently we think super low of every single one of them without looking at, because we only look at the ones that are like the extremists.
Like
America does know that there's people that just follow the religion because they believe in the religion, right?
Yeah, I mean that exists. I'm not even gonna deny that like a lot of us are pretty fucking biased against Islam, and some of us without cause. But you can't fucking go on and just defend Islam for a while and then go, well, they don't dislike the West. Like, hell yeah, they fucking dislike the West. And I'm not even gonna fucking say that they don't have a reason, to dislike the West.
They have multiple reasons to dislike the West.
We keep fucking, intruding in their politics, with fucking, armed occupations. We keep fucking marching in there with our fucking, our troops. We end up destabilizing these regions over and over again. We're a bunch of fucking Christians, so even by the Quran standards, we're already hated. How can you fucking deny they don't like us?
In an immortal, everything it stands for goes against what they believe and study in the Quran. This is usually backed up with polls taken from Middle Eastern and Asian countries, where they are asked what they believe good about the West, and they reply, nothing. And yet these polls are built to mislead, with tiny percentages actually making these claims, and the majority of people believe that the West's advances in medicines, technologies, and personal freedoms to be something emulated in their own countries.
I love this guy's proof. He's like, yeah, so these polls say things, but the polls are wrong. I won't tell you why, but they're just fucking wrong.
6. Recently, a group purporting to be aligned with Islam, who has gained mass media traction, is the so-called ISIS group.
No, it's not so-called.
Never
it's
heard
called
of them.
ISIS.
I've never heard of them. Who are they? Are they
I don't know. I think they're just some Buddhists or something, right? Right? No way the peaceful religion of Islam could, start a terrorist group and blow people up. No, they wouldn't do that. No.
That sounds very, the way you worded that sounds very offensive.
Well, pretty much everything I've said so far is offensive.
This is an offensive podcast, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone watching should just know what they've gotten themselves into.
It's okay. We're all a bunch of misogynists here.
It's a band of Islamic extremists using the religion
We're just a bunch of cisgender and classist men.
Yep.
as a front. Why would they do that? The answer is simple. They want people to hate Islam, so disillusioned followers will flock to them.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, Ben.
If they really want to use a religion to push their agenda where they're gonna, fucking kill a bunch of people, take over the world, why wouldn't they use Christianity like, say, Hitler did?
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect fucking religion.
It's way bigger.
We're warmongers. Why am I saying we? I'm not a Christian.
We're all atheists here.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Christianity is a pretty fucking violent religion. Not in, more recent modern times. We don't have fucking ISIS blowing people up, but we're pretty fucking violent. We had the fucking Crusades. That killed a lot of people, Inquisitions, shit like that.
There was the long time ago with the thing with Templars, if you know anything about that.
You guys are reaching really far back.
We know our history.
So now this guy's getting into,
We've been educated.
Alex Jones type shit, like, yeah, so the fucking, ISIS is just a front so people will hate Islam. No, I'm sorry, this isn't a fucking, conspiracy theory. ISIS, the radicals, they blow people up. That's all there is to it.
Can we please, at some point, have Donald Trump commenting on Islam's?
Brainwashed to hate Islam, they will eventually take out that frustration on Muslims, which will lead signs and symbols for their own agendas.
Well, I don't know. This guy's he's pretty retarded. He's just parroting points, over and over defending Islam. You guys want to wrap this up?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
He's basically just repeating himself at this point.
Our final story
I think we're making good time with this one.
is a harrowing story about a terrifying bear attack, as reported on by Fox News.
Oh, amazing.
It was an adrenaline rush, and
1 second.
I think you could only take maybe one of those a year, but I was so pumped. I was sweating.
Sweating because a black bear was roaming through Tina Marison's backyard.
The operator said, "What is your emergency?" And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but they're in my woods here." And she says, "There's a black bear."
Tina was too stunned.
No, ma'am, I don't believe you. There's not a black bear in your backyard. You know,
In
in
the
America
woods.
where there are black bears. Yeah, fuck you, prank caller, grandma.
To get a picture, but this is what
Your
the bear
backyard's a woods. Why are you surprised by there being animals in the fucking forest that is your backyard?
I don't get it. I was digging in my yard and I found a caterpillar in my dirt. How'd that happen?
I found a worm.
But like, what is her logic behind calling 911? What the hell are they gonna do?
Well, honestly, I mean, it's in an urban area. You know, it could pose a danger to people, and they could just get animal control to come down and tranquilize it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, usually they don't have, you know, bears roaming around the neighborhood. So, you know, I mean, I get why she's calling 911.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think the recreation here is like the best part of this entire story.
Backyard.
The operator said, "What is your
Yeah.
emergency?" And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but they're in my woods here." And she says, "There's a black bear." And
Tina was too stunned to get a picture, but this is what the bear probably looked like, except real.
This isn't the first time the bear was spotted early Sunday morning.
This is
right
what
here
the
along
bear
the
might have looked like.
Can we get a
you
replay
know,
on that, please?
Except real. Like,
Tina was too stunned to get a picture, but this is what the bear probably looked like.
You might as well.
You can tell the narrator is super annoyed. Like, he's like, "Are you guys really making me read this? Are you kidding me right now? This is our news.
You
This is
seriously
what we're,
brought
You
out
might
a
as well
fucking
just put in
cardboard
like
bear.
just a fucking Google image, stock image of like a fucking cartoon black
fucking
bear.
Clip art bear.
clip art animation GIF, like a smiling bear with a party hat, like.
Police showed up, no sign of the bear.
A few minutes later, the bear was spotted behind this home in Moreland Hills. This recreation identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
What an accurate interpretation. How terrifying.
I'm excited to hear that there's a bear in South Chagrin, or the South Chagrin area. We hear reports every year or two.
Cleveland Metro Parks naturalist Carly Martin explains that black bears can be on the ground or can climb in trees.
Who might have knew that black bears could be on
found
the
bear
ground
and it was
or
right
in a
after
tree?
reports.
Which is good news for the animals.
That is the good nature word.
Or can climb in trees.
That's how bears climb trees. They just walk straight up.
What news is this?
This is WJW Fox 8, Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, in other news is fucking retarded. Alright, well, I think that's our last story for tonight. I think that's the show.
We did it?
Yeah, we
Alright,
did it. Got through
so
number one.
now show's over. You
Cameron-
guys can
Yeah,
go and
Cameron's
jack
show's
off.
over. Everybody fuck off.
Cameron, did I do good? Do I get an extra scrap of bread tonight?
No.
Oh.
Alright, night people. See you next Friday. Wait, it's not Friday, nor is it Saturday.
See you next
Sunday.
whenever.
See you guys next whenever we do it. Alright, bye.
Yeah, leave, go suck a dick.